Hey everyone, welcome to our Nailbosses Tell All. We're so excited to have 9 women that are going to be sharing with you today, including myself, Kelly France. I'm the founder of Team Nailed It, and all of these ladies are on Team Nailed It. So we're super excited to share with you. If you are considering this business, or we want to hear where you're watching from. So comment below, tell us where in the US you are watching from. So I wore my Empower Women shirt because it's International Women's Day, and I don't think that's a coincidence. And I really feel like our team is so good at empowering each other. We are, our 3 things about our team culture is positive vibes, personal development, and perseverance. And we have just a really great group of women who are constantly empowering each other, lifting each other up, and helping each other out. Like these women and all the women in Team Nailed It, there's almost 9,000 now, you guys. It's incredible. They share so much, and like I love how generous everyone is and how willing they are to help one another. And it's such a great community of women. It's like family. I love it. And we are one of the top teams in the entire company. So when you join, you will be taken care of. So here's how it's gonna work today. I'm going to be covering FAQs. We're going to be talking about lots of F words today. So I'll be talking about some FAQs, and then Julie's going to do fab fingernails. She's going to show you how these things work if you've never tried it before. She's going to show you how they work. And then we're going to be talking about faith in yourself, about family, how it's blessed us financially, and I got to remember all of it. And friends and fun and flexibility. So each of these women's going to take turn and share kind of their stories. And we'll also have a brand new stylist give you her honest thoughts as well. So I'm just going to start really quick. And guys, each of us is only going to talk for less than 5 minutes. So I'm setting my little penguin timer so that I don't go over my time, because we know you're busy ladies and we want to keep this short and sweet. But I wanted to talk about the FAQs of Color Street. A lot of questions that people ask frequently. So the first one is, what kind of trainings and support will I get? You guys, when you join Color Street, you're going to get, and especially when you join Team Nailed It, you're going to get a ton of support. That's probably one of the biggest compliments I get as a leader, is all the resources that we have available for new stylists, including online party templates, incentives, scripts, push groups, training videos, etc. We do weekly team meetings, kind of like this, with different topics. There's so many resources, you guys. We have a new stylist training group starting on Monday. We've got new stylist checklists that you can go through. So many good things. And so you will be taken care of. Other questions. Is there inventory required? No, you are not required to have inventory, to buy or have any inventory, unless you want to. You guys, that was one of the things that I really loved about this business, is that it was the best of both worlds. I could buy my inventory, or I could just sell it from my website. There is a $10 website fee, and the first 2 months are free. But I loved that I could just have my customers go to my website, because you guys, my previous direct selling company was all inventory based, and I wasn't in love with that because I didn't want to go in debt over inventory. So I really feel like this is less risky, because a lot of my customers buy from my online website. Are there monthly sales requirements? No, you are not required to sell a certain amount per month. However, if you want to be eligible for bonuses and downline commission, you'll need to sell or buy 300 in nails each month. Does Color Street offer trip incentives? Heck yes. Woo! We just went off. You guys, we just got back from the Color Street cruise. That was freaking fun. Literally got back on Monday night from the Color Street cruise that many of us earned, and it was incredible. It was so fun. And they do they do trips like this every year. And we also have a conference in Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, Florida. Last year it was Vegas. They're doing one in Florida in August. And that was like one of the highlights of my year last year. It was so incredible. They really spoiled us. Are there corporate trainings available? Yes, there are weekly corporate trainings on, they're called Tuesday trainings that you can access by calling in. How much is the starter kit? The starter kit is $129, and it includes 10 full sets, 72 samples, which is another really cool thing about this business, you guys. You can send out little samples. Here's one right here. You can call them twosies or accent nails or whatever. You can send these out in the mail to people to try. It's pretty amazing. So you get 72 samples, 20 remover pads, 2 large nail pads, lots of goodies in there. Catalogs, training tools, a tote bag, cuticle sticks, buffers. It's a really rad starter kit. What are the requirements to stay active? To maintain active status, you need to buy or sell 300 in nail sets 1 month out of 6. So basically, you guys, that's like Mother's Day and Christmas. Totally doable. Are there any monthly fees? I already told you that just the only monthly fee is that $9.95 website fee. And then how much commission do you get from sales? Right from the start, you get 25% commission from anything you sell. And then you can even earn up to 35% commission once you hit certain sales levels. So hopefully that answers some of your just really basic questions. I'm going to turn the time over to Julie to show us how these things work. And you guys, it blows your mind. I have to tell you a funny story. On my way home from the cruise, we in the plane, the what do you call them? The flight attendant. She saw she was like, "Oh, do you guys do that Color Street thing?" So we put them on her. Then she went and told the other flight attendant, and the other flight attendant came over, and we put them on her nails, and she was freaking out. And then she went and told some random people on the plane, and it like had this ripple effect. You guys, this is mind blowing. So take it away, Julie.
Hey friends. Okay, so Kelly mentioned a little bit about the twosies, which is what I'm going to put on for you today. But I have, like, just in case you decide to do this too, I put my twosies in a little postcard, and this is what I send out to people. So it has all the directions on the back. And this helps if you're, I mean, honestly, I think the bread and butter of our business are the samples that we just mentioned. So that's a little side note for you. I did my nails last night and left an accent nail to show you today. So this color that I have on, hopefully you can see it, is called Mardi Gras. And I have a twosie, or like a little accent nail. This one's called Saigon Queen. It's just a purple. So the first step that you do when you're putting these nails on, you're going to get a nail prep pad. It's just alcohol. Basically, this is going to take off any grime or, you know, oils or anything off your nail. So you're just going to rub it on your nail. I only have 2, so usually you do all of them. Okay. Let that dry a little bit. And then this is what it'll come with, the whole package too. It'll still be in this like little clear package, but you just open up the package, and each strip is going to be connected to each other. If I can get open. Okay. So all you do with the strip is pull them apart. Okay. So now there's 2 different strips. I know personally, because I've used these a billion times, that this one works really well for my ring finger. So I'm going to set the other one aside. So the first step you're going to do is pull off this clear tab. Okay. This clear tab right here. Now, side note, when I first started, I didn't realize that you had to take off this clear tab. So I'm like cutting it, and I'm trying to put it on my nail. And my sister's like, "No, you're supposed to take that top thing off." I'm like, "These don't work." So just make sure you take this off. Okay, guys. And then now you have the actual nail polish, 100% nail polish on a backing. So you're just going to pull this strip off. Okay. Like this. Okay. So now this is the actual nail polish. You're going to take the tab off. And then now I'm going to try and show you this way. We'll see. Okay. So now you're going to take this nail polish strip. You're going to try and get it as close to your cuticle as possible without going over it. Okay. Just close. And then it's on. See how it's on? So now you're just going to rub it I do from the bottom and then I go up. And then for these solids, I kind of pull on the sides and then push down. Okay, rub it down. Now the whole nail polish is on my whole nail. So what I do is I come up underneath it with my thumbnail and pierce. And then you're done. That's all you have to do. Now you can use this side for the other nail, but that's all I got for you. Perfect nails in like 3 seconds.
Okay, thank you so much. That was awesome. All right, we're going to turn the time over to Bethany Vargas, who's going to talk about another F word, and that is faith in yourself. A lot of women who join realize how much this helps them improve their confidence. And so Bethany's going to share her story. Wait, hang on. I got to unmute you 1 second. It's being weird. Okay, there, go ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Bethany. Hey. I actually did not start this company with low self-esteem or low confidence necessarily, but I did not realize that I was actually missing a piece of me before this. So I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher. I do things day in and day out that I have strong belief in myself. But I kind of forgot that I'm also like me, right? Like I kind of forgot that I could be who I am and that I could have dreams. So when I started this, my husband actually had to push me to do it because I was like, what is this? Like, I'm not girly. I'm not very, I wasn't into glitter. Now my entire life revolves around glitter. But, I kind of forgot that I could do new things. And that was a big thing for me. Like, I'm stuck in my comfort zone. I was stuck in the daily rut. And I feel like so many women can relate. So I'm sure you can too. But having faith in myself has grown so much in this business because now I actually have a dream board. I kind of forgot what a collage was until I had to do one of those. I don't scrapbook, so having to cut stuff out and put it on my dream board was like, oh gosh, like I'm having to be creative too. What is this? But it was really great to kind of connect with a part of myself that I have lost over time, and not always in a bad way, but just not connecting with myself on that deeper level. And, I think it's such a great thing to be able to talk to other women daily that aren't catty or in it for themselves or, this group is just so encouraging and supportive, and to be able to go to them on your worst days, on your best days, in all the moments in between, I can say, like, here's my dreams, here's my goals. Like, I'm going to push for them. I'm going to work for them. And they help me like get new dreams every day. So even if I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing, they remind me. But the faith that I've grown in myself, whether it's personal development or talking to my team and seeing the girls under me grow or seeing the person next to me grow, it's just really opened my eyes to how freaking amazing each one of us is and what we actually bring to the table. And I feel like I have like a major soapbox on that, but, I just can't get over, like on the cruise, you can still see my nose is burnt and peeling, by the way, my whole face is peeling, but on the cruise, I'm sitting there, I'm seasick, but I'm recording my girls live and cheering them on. And at the same time, I'm getting that mama bear feeling like we did this, I did this, I'm part of this, and I can keep going. I can keep growing. I can keep, you know, beast moding it out. And that's just super important for me to see for myself and keep going for myself, but also to see all these amazing women doing. And hopefully you too, because this team just keeps blowing my socks off every freaking day. And that's all I've got.
Thank you, Bethany. I know I got chills when you were talking about it. Our team motto is fail it till you nail it. And we, you know, I was just talking to my daughter this morning about she's 17. She's trying to figure out her life, her plans, where to go to college, all the things. And I was like, listen, you know, you just have to try some things, and, you know, you might make some mistakes, but like with Color Street, for me, I remember literally saying, I just want to try it and see what happens. Like that was my plan, was I'm just going to try it and see what happens. Because I think there is no harm in trying something to see what happens. And it has literally changed my life. Like, we've been able to pay off all of my husband's law school loans, which was over almost $60,000 of law school loans. We've been able to pay off credit card bills, medical debt, and retire my husband from a job that he hated. And it's just been incredible. But it's also incredible to see the growth that comes from being part of this community, and just, you know, the confidence that comes from that. And, you know, for me, as a mom of four, I think it's easy to lose yourself as a mom. And I think it's so nice to have a side hustle like this that is just something that's just for you. And I think that's what so many women find when they do this. It's like, this is like for me, and it feels so good. And it's so great to have a community that we're all doing the same thing. So
it's a calling you never knew you needed.
Yes, I love that. Yes. So with that said, we are going to have a brand new stylist. Ashley Sellers is going to share her experience, what it's been like. She is one of my personally sponsored stylists, and she is doing amazing. She already hit her jumpstart bonus, meaning she's sold over $1,000 her first 35 days. And she's just doing awesome. But I wanted her to share her honest thoughts on what it's been like to be a nail boss on Team Nailed It. So take it away, girlfriend. Let me unmute you. Hold on. All right, go for it.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So like she said, I just barely starting my journey with Color Street, and I've been selling for just over a month and a half. And I kind of did the same thing. Like, I just needed something for me where it goes. And I've been blown away in just the time that I've been doing it. First of all, I love that this business can be worked around my family and not my family worked around my business. I have 4 kids as well. And I just love how flexible it is. And as far as the team goes, I really have been impressed with just the camaraderie of all the women and just the support that you have. You have an army of women that are cheering behind you. It's so impressive to see like someone post a milestone that they've made in their business, and all the women are just cheering them on and congratulating them. And so that's been fun to see. Also, this team is incredible with the trainings that they have. Kelly is a rock star, and so it's so awesome to be able to follow in her footsteps and be able to learn from her and the things that she has in place for us. I feel like what I have honestly been the most surprised with is the reaction from my customers. I really had no idea what kind of responses I would get as far as the nail strips go, but it's so much more than just a nail strip. And I'm realizing that women want to feel pretty, or need to have just a lot of times we get caught up in our families and our work and so forth. And I've had so many customers in just the last month and a half that I've been doing it reach out to me personally, even customers that I had, not known in the past from parties. And then they reached out to me the next day and were just so appreciative of how much fun they had at the party, but also how it made them feel. And that was incredible to me. I had no idea like what a nail strip could do for a person's basically happiness, you know? So I specifically had one mom the day after a show, she posted on her Facebook page and tagged me, or no, she didn't tag me. She just posted, she said, I'm momming so hard today, but with the prettiest nails, I feel so pretty. It's been so long, or something like that. So it's just amazing how a little self-care can really be uplifting. So it's, and also fun to say, like, I go to work and I get to go to a girls' night out. And I say go to work because it does not feel like work, but that's it.
Yeah, I love that. And for me, it was the same way. Like I'm a mom of 4, and I remember the first time I put the nail polish strips on. I'm just show you mine right now. First time I put them on, I was like giddy and squealing with delight. I think my husband was like, "What is wrong with you?" Because I was like, "This solves all my nail problems." Like, because I always have wanted to have my nails done because it makes me feel pretty and put together. But like I have 4 kids, so I didn't have time to go to the salon. I didn't have the budget to go to a salon. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And these last, you guys, they last like up to 14 days. And on my toes, they last like a month. So, which by the way, you can do a mani and a pedi from one set. It's incredible. So it's so fun to see people's reactions. And I love how you said it's so much more than nail polish strips. So now we're going to turn the time over to Haley to talk about the financial blessing, the F word, the financial F word, blessings of how it has blessed her life. She actually shared this story with me on the cruise, and like it just really warmed my heart. So I told her, I'm like, you need to share this with everyone. So take it away, girl.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to try not to cry, y'all, because I'm a crier. I cry all the time, any little bit of emotion. So I'll just start at the beginning real quickly. Like many of you, I tried on these nail strips, like Kelly just said, and it was like solved all my nail problems. And I thought I would sign up just so I could, get them cheaper, really, and had no idea what it was going to turn into. And so I'm going to talk about the bad F, the finances, the money. People don't like to talk about money. I like to talk about money because I feel like it's going to affect everything. It affects my marriage. It affects just whether you sleep well at night. The reason they use the term financial peace is because it really does give you peace. So before Color Street, I have a 9-to-5. I still work my regular 9-to-5 job. But before Color Street, I would also do DoorDash or Uber or whatever I could do in my own time to make some extra money because I needed money to buy my kids clothes for school, and their lunch account was always empty. And I was just struggling just to keep up, even though I have a regular job and make a decent salary. It's still hard to keep up with everything you've got going on. And I definitely don't have time or money to get my nails done with all of that. But I did sign up because the risk is low. You're spending $129. It's $150 with tax and shipping. And you get 10 nail sets. You're either going to use them, which is a lot cheaper than going to the nail salon, or you can sell them and make your money back. So for me, it was no risk. So I did that. But let me tell you what it did for me. So I joined during Harvey. I live in Houston, and we had a big flood, Harvey, and we were all stuck in our houses with water all around us if we weren't getting rescued on our rooftops. And I tried on these nail strips that I had ordered, and I was like, oh, that's it. I'm signing up. So I signed up to get these at a discount. But after that, so that was September 2017. And my team grew pretty quickly. But May, my son needed an emergency tonsillectomy. I did mention financial peace. I do try to do the Dave Ramsey program. I haven't had credit cards in ever since I was in college. I haven't had a credit card because I know I can't handle it. I would spend it. So everything we do cash. So I didn't have any extra money. I do have a wonderful family and parents who I can run to, which sucks because I'm an old lady myself. I hate doing that. So in May, my son needed a tonsillectomy. guess what? My Color Street paycheck had just come in, and it was just enough to cover the deductible and the percentage that the doctors and the anesthesiologists in the hospital charges. So that was pretty expensive. And had it not had Color Street, I'd have been making another, you know, shameful phone call to my parents, not being able to take care of my own business. And then in August, my daughter tore her ACL. She plays football with the boys, and she tore her ACL. And it was another surgery. It was another, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 that I would never have had I not had Color Street. And then the month after that, a pipe burst under our house. So that was another several $1,000s that I would not have had was enough for Color Street. But in each of these instances, instead of just crying and breaking down because I'm so pitiful and poor, I cried because I had the money and I had it there available. And it's all because of these, you know, these little 12 to 14. Oh, look at my Manny too, y'all. I'm trying to rock the St. Patty's Day. And it's just amazing what it's done for my life. In addition to just taking care of the bills, we haven't been on vacation in forever with my family. And that was affecting my kids. My kids wanted to go places, wanted to see things. So Color Street took us to Disney World in January, and that was wonderful. My husband also had surgery last year. So there was a lot going on last year that cost a lot of extra money that had it not been for Color Street, I didn't have. So Color Street is giving me money to pay for these things, but it's also giving me peace of mind. I go to bed not stressed out. I can sleep all night long. I've got money in the bank. It's just giving me so much more. It's giving me more confidence. I feel like a grown up. You know, I mean, I just can't talk enough about how much it's blessed my family. I don't have to go work at night after I get off my job. I do work at night. I work at Color Street, but it's so much easier and it's on my own time. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's a lot. Well, it is easy. It's easy, but it is a lot of work. So it is work that needs to be done to manage your Color Street business. But it's so much. It's a blessing. And we're still married. So that's a good thing. My marriage hasn't fallen apart because of money. So.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. I hear you. I think, you know, a lot of people don't talk about the financial side, but for me, like, that's where we were really struggling before Color Street, and like living close to poverty level as a family of 6. And it's like, it affects the whole, all other aspects of your life. And so it's so incredible to be able to contribute to your family's income and have that peace of mind. So thank you for sharing that. And you guys, I forgot to mention that everyone on this call, except our new stylist, Ashley, has earned the car bonus. You can earn a monthly car bonus. All these ladies are executive directors, and they have earned that monthly car bonus of $500. You can also use it for lifestyle or whatever, but I call it a car bonus because it's pretty sweet, and
I bought a car.
Use it for a car. So that's something you can work towards as well when you join Color Street. All right, now we're going to turn the time over to Margaret, who's going to talk to us about the friends of Color Street. And Margaret, I was just thinking about it. You and I met online.
Yes, we did.
Became friends from social media. So it's just kind of cool. And then we finally were able to meet in person because of Color Street, but it's just cool how that happened. So share how you've made friends with this business and how that has blessed your life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Margaret DiMarzio, and when I started with Color Street, I was really focused on the flexibility and the financial freedom that Color Street and the team was going to give me. But what I didn't realize was like the amazing friendships that were going to come out of it. And like Kelly just said, I actually met her on Instagram, which social media is such an amazing tool to meet other people. But it was like really like the power of attraction, because I was friendly with some of her friends. So it was like the mutual of friends that kind of brought us together. And she was commenting on one of my friends' things. And I'm like, who is this girl? And I clicked on her name and I looked at her bio and I was like, I really like this girl's vibe. And I feel like that's what happens. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And I think Kelly actually said that at the beginning. And I am just such a firm believer in that. And what's amazing is that you attract your team, like that vibe. And I've been lucky enough to become really good friends with Kelly and meeting her team that she's attracting, which is kind of like me, like-minded people. But I'm also doing it with my own team members. And we've become like this amazing community of supportive women. We're always lifting each other up. And I think what happens is we start talking about the business, but then our personal lives get involved in it. And the friendships and the bonds that become or get created is absolutely amazing. Kelly mentioned that, yes, we were just on a cruise. We went to conference. So not only are we online, but then we get to see each other in person. And it's like we go into convulsions. We get to see each other in person because it's like, oh my God, like, yes, I've been talking with you for like 6 to 7 months. And I finally get to like hug you in person. And it's just amazing the connection that you can form over social media and messaging each other back and forth. And I can't tell you just the support that this team has given. It's amazing. Everybody is willing to help. And to me, that is so cool because I feel like there's so many companies out there that there's competition, and there's competition within their company. And I have not felt that once at all. And that has been like amazing to me. And to meet all these women from like so many different parts of the world. I mean, we've got people in Alaska, and I'm in Boston, and Kelly's in California, and Nellie's in Florida. Like there's so many people everywhere. And it's just cool to, just get to really know these people. And when I first started, and I kind of want to end with this, I just messaged all my friends and family because I'm like, this is like a really cool job to have. And it seemed like easy to me because we get to wear our product. Like Kelly said, she was on the airplane and it's like, are you doing Color Street? And it's like, it kind of just sells itself. So I was telling my friends and family, and believe it or not, I was just on the cruise and I got to room with
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Hang on. We lost you 1 second, Margaret. Come back to us. There you are.
I'm back in the show.
You're back.
I'm just saying that it's really cool that you can have your friends and family join your business with you and enjoy all these moments together. And I just think that is just so cool to have. So friendships are amazing, and the team is just out of control awesome.
Yes, totally. And everyone, all the ladies on our team are like, Nail sisters are the best sisters. And they're all, amen. And it's fun to hear their comments.
That's awesome.
I totally agree, Margaret. I was thinking that after the cruise too. I'm like, man, like even when I'm like an old lady in my granny panties, like I'm still going to have these friends, for life. It's such a blessing. And, I was just talking to my daughter this morning about how I used to I don't know how this came up, but how when we've moved a lot, we've moved like 9 times in our marriage. And so it's hard to make friends as an adult and when you move a lot. And I remember when I first moved to Utah, which was where we used to live, I was like, I had a hard time making friends, and I would try to be like, you guys, if you don't know this about me, I'm very driven by fun. And I'd be like, let's have a girls' night. Who wants to come? And nobody wanted to come. Everyone was like too responsible being moms. But, and so I was like, I feel kind of lonely. And then when I joined direct sales and then Color Street, it's been incredible to have that community because I just moved to California. So I'm trying to make new friends here, but you guys, I don't feel lonely because I have all these babes that I talk to every day online. And it's just such a blessing. So I could go on and on about that, but we're going to turn this back to Katie, who is going to talk to us about the fun of Color Street, which kind of goes hand in hand with friends. So Katie, take it away, girl.
Hello. Thanks so much, Kelly. Well, I mean, come on, Color Street. How fun is this product, you guys? I just wanted to hop on and share. I mean, truthfully, the best thing about this company, I mean, there are obviously many great things, but this product is so fun. It's so easy to share with all the people in your life, with strangers that you meet. I kind of was like trying to think about what are all the fun things, and I had a really long list, and I was like, okay, I need to condense this down because Kelly's only going to give me 3 minutes. But I kind of was thinking, and I like put it down into, you know, a bunch of different C's. So the first one was coffee dates. So just like Kelly was talking about, and Margaret were talking about, this company and joining this team has given me so many friends that I had not met before. And I have a lot of local stylists on my team. My direct enroller, Stacy, lives 7 minutes away from me. And we go on coffee dates and we get together and we have a great time. And then the other thing was carry it around. You can carry this product around with you anywhere, like literally just sets. You can carry them around. They're so easy to transport all around. And samples, you have them in your pocket, you have them in your purse, wherever. You get to share them with people that you come across. Cheerful customers, that's another C. Cheerful customers, I get to make my customers happy. I get to help them feel beautiful. Part of why I loved Color Street when I first found it, I'm a mom of 3, and I would wake up most days feeling like just frazzled and like completely. I was lucky if I got a shower. I felt like all I was doing was cleaning up, doing, you know, laundry, picking up toys, cleaning up dishes. And if my nails were done, I felt like there was one thing in my life that was okay. But I couldn't get to the nail salon. I was too busy. And so Color Street has brought that for me. I always get to look down and be like, even if my entire house is a disaster, I feel somewhat put together with my pretty nails. So I get to give that to my customers. I get to help them be cheerful. And then the cruise, we got to just go on a cruise. It was such a blast to be able to see all these ladies that we talk over message all the time. Yeah. And to be able to meet people in person, which I did not, I mean, it went like, how fast did it go, you guys? But it was such a blast. Talk about fun. I mean, that's pretty much the pinnacle, right? And then conference is coming. And we're going to have a conference in Orlando in August, and I will be there. It is the first day of school and I don't care. I'm out of here. I will be there to see my team and to see all these fellow boss babes. And I just want to circle back around that I really do think that the biggest thing about this is how fun the product is. It's just easy. You know, it's easy to sell. It's easy to put on. It's easy to share. It just makes working this business fun because it's light. Like that's what I keep coming back to is like, it's just light and fun. Like, right, Kelly?
Yeah.
So that's all I really wanted to say. What a blast.
And that's what got me was someone said, the girl I signed up under, she said, it's fun and expensive and girly. And I was like, those are my words. That's talk to me. So, and I love what you were saying. That reminded me of how I love that you guys, you can look like a hobo, but you can have amazing nails. And you can take a picture of your amazing nails. Like you can post pictures of your amazing nails and still look like a hobo and work your business. So that's another perk. Yeah. All right. So we are going to turn the time over to Nellie to share another F word with us. She's going to be talking about flexibility. So take it away, girl.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I kept myself short. Okay, I promise. I know we got 5 minutes, but anyway, I wanted to just say my name is Nellie Acosta. I'm an executive director with Color Street. I just turned 18 months. I am a single mom of 2, a 24-year-old and a 9-year-old. So I live at home alone with my 9-year-old. And when I signed up for Color Street, I really just did it for a little bit of side money and fun. Okay, so I didn't think anything beyond that. 6 months, a little less than 6 months in, my team was growing huge and things at work were escalating really bad. And I didn't know what to do, where to go, and was it find another job or apply myself hard. So I wasn't quite ready, but I took a leap of faith. I jumped in. My friend had shared a quote with me that said, "Leap and the net will appear." And that has been in my room ever since that day. And I see it every morning. So I leaped, and I will tell you, I wasn't quite ready for the leap financially, but by October, this past October, so a little less than 10 months from leaving my full-time job, Color Street had replaced my income. And 1 month later in November, it had doubled my income. So I want to say thanks to Color Street for that. The flexibility is what I want to share, though. Because of what was happening at work and being a single mom with a 9-year-old, I was finding it really hard to take the time I needed for those extra things that my son was needing from me without having to take more time and having to ask a boss and having to manage my time. So this was a blessing in disguise. All of it happened at one time. So it has become an opportunity for me where I can be super flexible, work it on the go, work it in the nooks and crannies of my life. Summers are a huge thing for me. For the last 5 years, I go to the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, and I used to work remotely in my other job, so I used to just be able to stay up there the 5 weeks, but it was stressful because those 8 hours I needed to be clocked in during beautiful Upper Peninsula hours. So now when I go up there with Color Street, I get to make my schedule, my own time. Are you guys, Kelly, am I good? You can hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I get to make my own time. And what's so key about that is those summers are rich for my son. And I don't mean rich financially. I mean rich in memories and rich in time that I really don't honestly think I could have given him working my full-time job as a single mama. I'm not discounting it. I've done it all my life. In fact, it's just a blessing because he gets to see me apply myself working hard to build a dream for both of us. And when we were on the cruise, thank goodness for Facebook Messenger, I was able to connect and show him what was going on. His mouth was blown half the time when I took him into the buffet line. He was like, "You can eat all that?" But and that's just because of your nails. And I was like, "Yes, honey, because of these nails." So it has been such a blessing to have this flexibility and work it on the go. And for me, I will last thing I'll share is I saw this for many of my direct sales friends for many years. I saw them making a life for themselves. I saw them earning bonuses, trips, cars, and things like that. And I did direct sales for about 10 years with one company and a few months with another. And this has been life-changing for me because I always saw it as an opportunity for someone else, but not this girl. And it is happening for this girl. And I am one of those girls today. And I just have to say, I was very, structured. So for 18 years, I worked at the same job. And then for 5 years, I was the same job. So to do this and jump from my full-time to this kind of has changed my life. I would say 40s changed my life. So it gave me more less fear. I do things with fear still every day. So I just want to leave you guys with a little song I listened right before we got on this call. I had to pump myself up with my, Get Pumped playlist. And the song that I was playing was This Is Me. So that song gives me the chills. Okay. So these lines I want to leave with you because this is what I have to remind myself. And I hope you'll think of it this way too. If you decide to take this leap of faith and do it because you've got a whole team supporting you, but you got to tell the world, look out, because here I come and I'm marching on to the beat of my drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. So I am so excited. If you're thinking of Color Street as an opportunity, talk to whoever, invited you here. You have a whole team of cheerleaders cheering you on.
Yes, you do. And you don't know, someone's asking if she says, "I'm a nurse. I have no sales experience at all. Any advice?" If you don't have any experience, we have all sorts of resources for you, and you're going to get lots of support regardless. So speaking of questions, we are going to have, right after Kim talks to us about family, we're going to open it up for a Q&A, a quick Q&A for you guys to ask questions to all of us, and we'll do that for, about maybe 10 minutes. And So if you have any questions, start asking them now so that I can read them, and we'll go over those after Kim talks. So Kim, and thank you again, Nellie, for sharing. I watched Nellie as she was like FaceTiming or Marco Polo. I don't know what you were doing, but she was like showing her son the buffet. It was so cute. Like, I'm sure was so proud. So thank you again. And take it away, Kim, telling us about how this has blessed her family.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. To the lady that doesn't have sales experience, I can relate. Don't even worry about that. We got you. Family is absolutely the most important thing in the world to me. There is absolutely nothing that is more important. When I got involved with Color Street, I was currently looking to go back to work. I've been a stay-at-home mom since my kids were little. And as they're getting older and in high school and we're looking at college tuition bills, my husband and I really want them to be able to go to college and not have all the debt that's incurred by people. We would like for them to get started on the right foot and not have to worry about paying back, crazy costs. So I was thinking, all right, I really need to go back to work. I really don't have a reason not to. I do have the time to do it. My kids are pretty self-sufficient and don't need their mommy as much anymore. So I had actually been talking to a friend of mine. I'm a licensed counselor. I keep my license up just in case I ever did want to go back at any point. And we were talking about subletting her office on the days that she was off. Really, to go back into counseling, I would need to do weekend work and some evening work. And that would really take away from going to my son's basketball game, going to my son's football game, going to their tournaments on the weekends, and doing some of the things that really fulfill me and things that are really super important to me. But I was prepared to do it because, sometimes as parents, you make sacrifices. Well, my friend sent me a sample, and like all these ladies will know, it was game on from then. I was hooked, had to get involved. But honestly, my original intent was just to cover my website fee every month, just to sell enough to cover that $10 and get the discount. And then as I started sharing it with a few friends, it just kind of took off. Like I really wasn't intending on this being a job. So I called my friend and I said, hey, listen, I know I've talked about subletting your office and sharing that cost with you, but I really kind of want to see where this Color Street thing goes. Cause I mean, maybe a few months I'll get some income from it. But anyway, I just want to put it off. Let's talk about it in another year. Flash forward a year. I have already passed executive director. I'm already making the car bonus. Like literally this thing just exploded. And it basically just comes from the love that I have for the product and sharing it with people. And it's so easy to share because it's so flashy and people see it and they start the conversation themselves. But now instead of going to work for someone, for a corporation, I see my husband doing this all the time. He'll work so hard and someone else will get the credit. Or he'll work so hard and get a teeny tiny little raise. Or he'll work so hard and the company will do well from what he's doing. But I'm actually getting real raises that I'm determining myself. I'm getting real promotions that I'm determining myself. And I'm getting to give back to my family in a way that I never, ever dreamed. But I'm not missing anything. I work when I want to, when it's convenient for me. My son's a senior and he comes home during the day and we just had a lunch date. I can't do that if I'm on a schedule and going back to work. And my schedule can change from day to day. If I decide something else with my family is more important than responding to this message or doing this or doing that, I get to decide that. It's my business. I do what I want. No one tells me what to do. I mean, not even Kelly, who's our grand poobah. She doesn't tell me what to do. She helps me. She guides me. She gives me suggestions, but she doesn't tell me how to run my business. So you can do what you need to for your family on your time and get your results back. Whatever you put in, you get back.
Yes, girl. I love that. I love that so much. That's the beauty of this business. You're the CEO of your own business. And if you need to stop everything to help your teenager or your dog or your husband or whatever, you do that. And that's the beauty of this business. And that there have been many days where I've had to just be like, you know what, pause, gotta go help this kid.
And another thing is my husband and I are probably going to move to where he's working now. He's traveling back and forth now until our kids are out of high school. And I'm going to be able to just pick this business up and take it with me.
Yes. It's so amazing. Same with, you know, I just moved to California from Utah, and it's like, just bring it with you. That was the thing that made us, we've always wanted to live by the beach. And my husband and I were like, now we can go anywhere. And it's been a blessing for our family, like, because we struggle with seasonal depression, and we wanted to live where it was sunnier. And here we are. It's blessed so many families. And so thank you for sharing, Kim. So now, you guys, we're going to open it up for Q&A time. So if you have any burning questions, ask us now, and we're going to take turns answering. I've seen some already, so let me pull it up. Let's see. Someone said, my biggest hesitation is I don't have a lot of family. My friends are so conservative. I'm super girly, and I'm always dressed and glittered up, but my closest friends aren't like me. What's the best way to find customers? Does anyone want to take that? Okay, hang on. Haley's going to take it. 1 second. I'm like, I have to navigate. Here we go. I'm moving Haley up to chat. All right, Haley, take it away.
Hey, so probably only about 20% of my customers are people that I actually know. Most of my customers I have never met in person. We just, date online, and they buy nails from me, and we talk about nails, and we chat, and they're new friends, but I've not met them in person. So it's not really about who you know today. It's who you're going to meet tomorrow. So,
Yes. And we teach you different ways to grow your network as well. All right, we've got some more questions. Let's see. Hang on, I'm trying to. There's a lot of comments here. 1 second. If you guys see any, let me know. I'm like navigating through the comments here.
I see one.
What is it?
Someone said, unless you've answered this, what makes Color Street better or different than other direct sales companies?
Oh, yes. You want to answer that?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to say better. I want to say different. What makes us different is that we only have one product, and that it's so simple that you can carry it in your purse. And it's also one product that you don't need to convince anyone about, because if a woman wears nail polish, she wants to know what you got on yours. So that's pretty much it. That's what makes us different. We can carry it in our purse. You never need to have inventory, and it's nothing that you have to, people don't need to commit to losing weight, having a beauty regimen, or anything when it comes to this. So it's a no-brainer.
Right. It's the most, I've done 3 different direct sales companies. It is, again, I won't say easy, but I will say it is the most simple business model that I've done. Just very simple. And the most profitable. I've seen a lot of women be very surprised by that. The comp plan is pretty incredible. So let's see. I'm trying to find other questions here. How much do you put into your Color Street business starting out? Anyone want to answer that?
I will.
Okay, go ahead.
I put a lot into it in the beginning, not even realizing I was putting a lot into it, just because I kind of became obsessive about it and was just hungry to learn more and hungry to know more. And kind of the success fueled me and propelled me forward. And my husband asked me early on, he said, are you getting compensated for the time that you're putting into this and, all the research you're doing and such? And I said, no, not right now, but I see the potential. And it wasn't long after that he was like, what's your commission check this month? Holy moly. So at first it takes, there's a lot to learn if you've never done direct sales about how to get started and the best practices and that kind of thing. So reading through all the resources took a long time. But now it doesn't take as much time. So you really are allowed to put whatever time you can put into it. I was staying at home, so I had more time that I could put into it. But I have plenty of people on my team that work full-time jobs and have 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. And they just find whatever time they have, a little 5 minutes here and there. So it doesn't have to be, I spent 6 hours on it today. It can be 6 hours on it this week over a period of time.
Right. I think the key is consistency.
Yes.
And I preach that all the time to the team. It's consistency. If you show up every day and do a little bit every day, It's those little baby steps that are going to help you progress your business. And I think a lot of people, you know, I've run other businesses. I used to be a photographer, and like I said, we moved a lot, and it takes time to build any business. I mean, there's a lot of businesses that don't make income until their first 2 years. That's kind of typical, actually. So it's pretty rad that you're going to make 25% commission like your first month. But again, it takes time and it takes consistent effort. But you get to choose what that time is. You're the CEO of your own business. You get to choose if you work an hour a day or 4 hours a day or 1 day a week. Like, it's really up to you how you do it. But the key is to be consistent, whatever you do. Okay.
She may have been asking about the financial side of it. Like, how much money does it cost to get started?
Oh, right.
It's really, for me, the kit and business cards. You might want to buy some business cards, and that's it. And it's really easy to make your money back pretty quickly. So financially, there's not a lot of upfront cost, if any at all, really. Yeah,
you don't need to invest a ton to make this business profitable. I was scared to invest because my previous direct sales company, I'd put a lot of money in the inventory. So this one, I was like, not doing that. But because we have that website, I was able to still get orders from the website and without having a ton of inventory. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Haley. Okay, so someone else said, if I start and find that this is not a good fit for me, is there any penalty for stopping? Who wants to answer that?
I'll answer it. No, there's no penalty. If you decide to leave, and you deactivate and you change your mind after that, you got 6 months and you can come back with a $25 fee. But there is no penalty for leaving when you're done.
Yeah, it's super low risk. And same with, like, I was talking to my daughter about her college plans. I'm like, listen, if you try it and it's not for you, like, that's okay. I think the key is to try it, and it might pleasantly surprise you, as it has so many of us. All right, let's see. Do you guys see any questions that I missed? Margaret saw one. Hang on, let me move you 1 second. Okay, go ahead, Margaret.
I'm in the show. Okay, so someone asked, how do you justify it to skeptical significant others? So I have to say that when I was joining, I didn't necessarily tell my husband because I was in another direct sales company, and I'm like, I think I've turned crazy. So I hopped on, and then I realized things were going really quickly. So I said to him, so I think I'm going to start something new. And he kind of gave me that look, and I said, listen, it was $129, and I only have to do $10 a month, and I don't need any inventory. Let me give this 6 to 8 months, and let me have a certain amount of time to work the business. Cause that was a big thing. Cause I have 3 kids and I work 30 hours a week at a hospital. And so he was more concerned about me and in taking on too much. And I said to him, but I think this could be like life-changing for our family. And it has been. So I think because I became honest with him, because at first I kind of hopped on without telling him, telling him, like, let's give it a certain amount of time, because if you jump on and they're skeptical and you're not making any money in the first couple of months, they're going to say, okay, all right, see, it doesn't work. And you have to really think of long term. So you have to give yourself a certain amount of a grace period to get you to where you need to be. So I think if you just kind of sit down with them and say to them, listen, I really think, listening to the compensation plan, which is absolutely amazing. I think if I work this business, the benefit is going to outweigh the risk, because it's really not a lot of money to start, and then to not have to have, supplies and stuff. I think just sitting down and having that conversation with them and having that open lines of communication with your significant other and letting them know how things work really does help.
Oh my gosh, that was so well said. I love that. You gave it a deadline, I think, because it takes time. You can't just have instant results. But you gave it a deadline, said, let me try this for 6 months, which I think is a good deadline. And let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys see any other questions we need to cover before we wrap it up? Okay. Katie sees one. Hang on. Whoops. Wrong person. Ah. You guys, I'm like navigating down here. 1 second. Got to move all the people to the right. Where'd you go, Katie? There you are. Here she comes. There she is. Okay, talk to us. What was the question you saw?
So Diana wanted to know specifically where we find these customers. And I think that this is like a common question and probably one of my favorite things to answer just because they're everywhere. I mean, literally, I carry samples all the time. I mean, I put samples on the lady that checked me in for the cruise. I gave samples to the TSA agent. I mean, literally, like I put samples on the lady sitting next to me. I've sold sets on airplanes. Like, because it is so easy to share, you gain customers in every way you can imagine. And like Kelly said, we really do talk you through all those things. Part of it is feeling comfortable to step out of your comfort zone and talk to strangers. But we can help you with those ideas too. And so, you know, it's friends of friends. It's hosted parties are huge to expand your customer network, social media, gaining friends through social media. There are so many different ways to build your customer base. And I mean, I'm working on that literally every day because I want to share the product. I want to share this with others. And like when we went on this cruise, it was shocking to me because we're working this business that's still not a single person that I talked to either on that cruise ship, if I wasn't the first person, or, you know, while I was traveling had heard of this yet. You know, I mean, it's just a blast and it's fun to be able to share it. And that's how you get your customers.
Yeah, there are so many people who haven't heard of it. And I love that you mentioned that, Katie. And the thing is usually you don't even have to bring it up. People constantly are like, oh my gosh, I love your nails. And that's what starts the conversation. So it's not even you, it's like them. In fact, I was talking to a lady on the plane and she was like, I was minding my own business reading a book, and this lady was like, tell me about your nails. And then she sold 4 sets to her on the plane, but she was like just trying to read her book on the plane. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So do we have any other questions we need to cover before we wrap it up, you guys?
Somebody was asking about weekly trainings. Do you want to touch on that, or I can touch on that?
Yes. In fact, that's a great way to end the call. So we have every Wednesday night, I do a weekly training in our Team Nailed It Facebook group with myself or another guest speaker. And so you're always going to get that from our team. And I know the other leaders, you know, even some of these women do trainings for their teams as well, which we're all just one big giant team family. And then of course, Color Street offers their weekly trainings, and then we have our new stylist training that starts on Monday. So if you're considering this business, y'all, now's the time to get in so that you won't miss out on our new stylist training. It's a Facebook group. It's self-paced. It's a week long. So that's happening on Monday. So if you are ready to take that leap of faith, the net will appear, like Nellie said, and we'll be here to support you with our new stylist training and our rad community of women. So thank you everyone who participated, all these wonderful ladies, and for you for taking the time out of your day for watching. And we hope this helped you. So have a wonderful week, and hopefully we'll see you in Team Nailed It. Bye.
Bye-bye.